this week's video, I'm going to be telling you the story about the time I pissed my pants. This happened when I was 15, when I was living in New Zealand, in a small town called Gore. There was a guy that had a thing for me at this point. Let's call him Sam. Now, Sam went and told this Maori girl that I called her the N-word, which I didn't. Now, let's call this girl Susan. Alright, so Susan and 3 of her friends ended up sort of cornering me just outside a supermarket, and well, you could imagine how the rest turns out. I had to pee really badly at this point. I was holding it in as best as I could, and I really wanted to use the bathroom. No, that didn't happen. So I was trying to tell them, like, listen, I didn't call you that, I didn't say anything bad about you, which I didn't, and I don't know why this all happened, but eventually the sort of calm conversation turned into a screaming match, and before I know it, while I was standing up, she punched me in the face. Now, I fell backwards, ended up sitting on my ass on a little concrete slab thing, and I pissed my pants. And I did not want to stand up because I didn't want them to know that I just peed myself. So I was sitting and they were sort of shouting at me and yelling at me, and eventually I had a few other fists to the face. This girl, Susan, she was 2 years younger than me, but 3 times my size. So I got the crap beaten out of me by a girl younger than me. Lucky me. And I walked away very carefully, not wanting them to know that I wet myself, and I went into the supermarket, actually used the bathroom, but I had peed most of it out onto my pants. And I ended up with a black eye, a bruise on one side of my face, and I just looked horrible at this point. Now, I ended up calling the police because I had no way of getting home without walking back in the same direction as they were sitting. So I didn't really want to get another fist to the face, so I called the police and they took me home. And this girl Susan ended up in juvie. Not just for what she did to me, but she had done a few other things that eventually she got charged for. She got sent to juvie, and about 6 months after this happened, I got a message from her, a text message, and it said, "Hey, I just got out of juvie and I'm really sorry for what I did to you. Can we hang out?" I didn't know what to think of this, and she invited me over to her house, and oh no, I thought, am I going to be walking into a bear trap? Like, is this a trick? Is this a trap? Like, what's going on? So I bit the bullet and I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I went to the local liquor shop and I bought a big thing of Baileys. Now, I was 15 and I should not have been able to buy alcohol, but for some reason they believed that I was 18 or older. So I bought a massive bottle of Baileys and I walked to her place. She was living with her dad, and this was sort of in the dodgy part of town. So if I was to go there and something bad was to happen, nobody was going to hear me scream. So I went there and all was fine. She was good, she was happy. She said that she was really sorry for what she did to me, and while she was in juvie, she learnt that she was doing bad things, and she was really sincerely apologetic to what she did to me. And I didn't see a point for holding a grudge for what she did, because she was extremely apologetic about it, and I thought, yeah, sure. So we ended up spending a few hours drinking and smoking weed. Not the best thing to do when you're 15, so please don't take this as something that you should be doing, but Maybe from this story you might get a laugh out of the fact that I pissed my pants when I was 15. If you have any funny stories like mine that you would like to share, please write them in the comments. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you next week.